So one would think that being a speech and debate coach, I wouldn't have any problem doing a blog, but it's actually a little bit nerve-wracking to be talking to all of you people, especially because I'm normally so open and now you have a face to put with everything that I write anonymously. But I've been told that it's essential to do a blog if you want to be cool, and I definitely want to be cool. So that's why I'm doing this. So I actually made notes to talk about. See right here, notes, 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 notes. And we're just going to go down these and talk about whatever I feel like talking about in this blog. The first thing I have to do is give a shout out to my wonderful boyfriend because he's absolutely fantastic and he's going to watch this and tell me that I'm absolutely beautiful and absolutely wonderful, and he absolutely loves everything about me because he's super, super good at verbal affirmation. So, baby, this is your shout out. Love you. The second thing I'm going to do is shout out to Taylor Ann, to Summer Rae, to Becca. Allison, I hope you see this. I know you shut down your site, but I really hope you see this or somebody tells you to get the hell online and look at me, because I'm totally talking to you right now and telling you you're awesome. To Ket, oh my god, every time I read something you write, I just get goosebumps. Like, I just want to write like you write, only with my own voice. So if you could tell me how to be an excellent writer, that would be fantastic. And to the other Kai, I think that you have an incredible presence, an incredible beauty, and an incredible story that could do a lot of good. And so I'm super, super, super hoping, like this is me with my fingers crossed, I'm super hoping that you will go ahead and go to the news media with your story about how much trouble you're having with health stuff. And for everyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to put a link to her page because her story needs to be heard. I do want to touch on the memes that are running around Sanger right now. The first one about the girl in Bosnia who's seen throwing puppies into a river and the absolute moral outrage that's happening. First, I want to say that I am not condoning animal violence. I'm not condoning the inhumane treatment of animals. I'm simply saying that you need to look a little bit more closely at what possible situation that could be. That it's not happening in America. It's not happening in a country that has like effective methods for spaying and neutering the population. So there's a huge stray animal population that needs to be taken care of. And I'm not saying she's doing it right, but calling for her death makes you just as bad as she does. The second thing I want to talk about is the dolphin slaughter, and I really think that yes, some of it's horrible, but again, I think we're not taking into account anything about the culture that it's coming out of. We're not looking at traditions, so on and so forth. Basically, you're saying that Japan following the dolphin slaughter is somehow worse than when Native Americans have whale hunts. They're exactly the same thing. It's about retaining your sense of tradition. And any traditions that you have that you hold dear, you would hate if people told you to stop. So if you're going to do it, at least have the decency to realize that you're insulting a way of life while you do it, instead of just saying these are cruel motherfuckers because they might have more going on. The next thing I want to talk about is a defensive focus on the family, and I'm going to provide you a link to this too. The Denver Post and then I believe it was Doctor picked it up, and they talked about how Focus on the Family's education president is basically saying that gay people have this agenda to essentially turn kids into homosexuals because a lot of the gay community is very strongly anti-bullying, and they're the ones who are creating the programs for it. Now, I'm not saying that I support Focus on the Family at all. I think they're a bigoted organization. But I do want to point out that if you actually read the quotes that come from the education director for Focus on the Family, she's saying that they're using bullying as a masking agenda to push for gay rights instead of actually dealing with bullying. So if you want to talk about bullying, then talk about bullying and how horrible it is, but don't accuse Focus on the Family of saying that we're all trying to turn all of the kids in our school systems gay, when what they're actually saying is that we're not actually dealing with the bullying, that GLSEN is not actually dealing with the bullying, they're dealing with pushing an agenda, and they're using bullying as a masking issue. Like, that's a legit claim that can be argued and debated, and the hysteria that's gone on top of that has just been absolutely freaking ridiculous. So, if you're going to attack people for what they're saying, like, I guess my point is just don't bring yourself down to their level. You need to actually have like a valid argument and a valid point in order to reply to what they're saying, or you're just going to feed into what it is you're accusing people of. So I guess the last thing that I want to do is I want to know what you guys want to see in terms of vlogs. If you want me to do more of them, if you want to see me actually read some of the slam poetry that I've posted on here, and I've been considering doing a once a week vlog where I tell a bedtime story because I absolutely love to tell bedtime stories. So that's about it. I'm completely entranced by watching my mouth move on a vlog, and that was probably a really weird and random observation, but there you have it. I'm sorry the lighting is kind of shitty. I'm not really sure how to fix that, and I hope you enjoyed it. Leave lots of comments and tell me what to do differently next time. Good night, Zangans.